All right, Jaden Ivy, man. Apparently, one of the a player wanted to dive on his ankle, man, and end his season. He ended up, as you can see, it was a big scene on the middle of the court. What's my man name that fell on top of him?
Cole Anthony. It was a loose ball, and it was a college. I don't want to say college. It was like a high school / college play, but it was one of those plays where it's a loose ball, and you got that guy who is known for diving on the ground. Always trying to get the loose ball, but it's a borderline dirty play, and in order to get some ground on whoever's closer to the ball. That player kind of dives into the other player's legs, kind of knocks him out the picture, and typically they get no whistle for it. It's kind of a dirty play. Some people would tell you that it's something that Kirby Joseph would do. I don't think Kirby Joseph would do it, but I digress. This is one of those plays where you got that hustle, that hustle guy trying to make a play, and he just landed right on top of Ivy's leg. He didn't push him out the way. He landed on his leg and brought Ivy down, and Ivy bent. And you can see his whole ankle just bend the wrong way, and I'm assuming it went all the way up to his leg and broke his fibula, I think it was.
Yeah, the reports are that he has a broken fibula, so ultimately he's going to probably be done for the season. The Pistons lost Jaden Ivey for the season. Jaden Ivey was doing good this season. You had mixed feelings on Jaden Ivey with the team. What does this mean for the Pistons going forward?
The title of this video is "Pistons Crowd Chants for Jaden Ivey as he stretches off the court." The first thing that not the first thing that came to my mind, but while I was watching all of it unfold and they started chanting, it brought me back to a video we did earlier about the Jared Goff chants, and you got a small minority of people who are taking exception to Jared Goff chants breaking out at Pistons games, which I thought is stupid and unnecessary to get upset about. But that's my whole thing. If Jaden Ivey's getting carted off the court and Pistons and people in the stands are chanting Jared Goff, then that's out of pocket. That's ridiculous. We need to correct that type of thing. But that's not what happened. They started chanting for Jaden Ivey. And that just goes to show you that it's not like they disrespecting the Pistons by chanting Jared Goff. That goes to my whole theory that Jared Goff chant is a whole thing in itself for the city of Detroit, and I think fans should embrace that. But as far as Jaden Ivey goes, yeah, you're right. He was having a career year. He had a rough year last year dealing with Monty Williams and trying to find playing time, and people questioning whether or not he should stay on the team. I think he is definitely an NBA. He's definitely an NBA star in the making. I think he'll do well wherever he is. Me suggesting that he get traded has nothing to do with his talent level. It's just a matter of fit. He missed a few games prior to this. He actually had just came back from an injury, if I'm not mistaken, not too long ago. And this is probably like his third game back from injury, third or fourth, maybe fourth, but third game back from injury. And since he's been back, he's been playing well. Him and Cade have been able to play well together on court. But all that being said, when they were on their West Coast trip, Jaden Ivey was not in the lineup, and the Pistons went 3-1 on that stretch. So, I don't think that their season is going to alter drastically. He definitely would have brought, I think, a couple more wins, but without Ivy, their win differential isn't going to change that much, in my opinion. He definitely, when he's on the court, they definitely find ways to use him and put him in the best spot to succeed. While he's gone, You're gonna look for Marcus Sasser and Tim Hardaway Jr. to try to fill the void that he's gonna create. Marcus Sasser is good at getting to the rim, but the thing that you lose with Marcus Sasser is Jaden Ivey's playmaking ability. Jaden Ivey has much more playmaking ability than Marcus Sasser. Marcus Sasser is a great he's a great offensive scorer. Not great, but he's a good offensive scorer in the league. And he's an undersized guard, and obviously his defense isn't as good as Ivy. So it's definitely a demotion to go from Jaden Ivey to Sasser. Sasser was struggling to find minutes as it was. So they're going to give Sasser all the opportunity to seize this moment and try to do something. I think he's getting close to a contract year as well. So I'll be interested to see what they do. I don't know if they'll make any moves. I've heard people debating on how seriously, I guess you could say, that Trajan Langdon is taking this year. I'm not in the weeds like that, but my understanding is if they make the playoffs, then they lose their first round draft pick next draft. So people are speculating that Trajan doesn't necessarily want to make the playoffs, but at the same time, he's not trying to tank either. So I don't know if they'll make moves. I don't know what they'll do. People are definitely interested in the Pistons because I think they have the most salary cap in the league right now. So trade deadline is a month from now. So the Pistons might be involved in the trade deadline, offload some bad contracts or I don't know. We'll see what they do. If they're buyers at the trade deadline, that would be very exciting, very fun for the team. But I'm not sure that's what's necessarily gonna happen.
If they did decide to make some trades, who are some candidates that you think that will be a good fit for them to get that are available right now? And and now that Jaden Ivey is done for the season, what does that mean for like your theory on trading him to a different team if they wanted to go that route? Not saying that
Um,
they are going to do it because that's
yeah,
my guy.
yeah. As far as trading them right now, that's nearly off the table because you're gonna want to see him get back on the court and see what it looks like. Unless you're just desperate and you're just gonna roll the dice on that, but I don't see a team. I don't see a lot of teams willing to do that unless they're just desperate. So I think trading him right now is going to be off the table. The Pistons are saying JB Bickerstaff said that they're going to let him heal up, rehab, the whole nine, and they're gonna see if he can maybe go towards the end of the season when he comes back. Like we all expect, it's not likely. I think he is done for the year, but they're not closing the door on him coming back prior to the end of this season. But as far as trades, my expectation is that you're going to see overpaid veteran, maybe two. You're going to see an overpaid veteran or maybe two find their way to the Pistons. I don't know. I would love to see who it was. Man, when you asked me that, I was looking for a guy. Maybe it was Washington, but I have found somebody who I could see playing for the Pistons. But it was a stretch four. That's what they need. They need a stretch four. Isaiah Stewart played well last night. They played the Hornets. They finally won that game, but they won by 4 points, and the Hornets were missing their top two scorers. So you can take that for what it's worth. But there's a Denny Avia.
Dan Campbell said winning by 1 point is enough.
Yeah. But it just makes you. It's enough for the Lions. It's not enough for but it's a guy, and I think he's in Washington. Where's Denny Avia play? Denny Avia. Yeah, he plays in Portland. Okay, yeah. So Denny Avdia, I can pull that up. Matter of fact, nah, it's too much work. But well, not those highlights though. But yeah, no, Denny Avdia. Let me see if I can get that to work. Plays for the Portland Trailblazers. It's a lot of teams in the West right now who are pretty much, they're pretty much out of it already. The West is there's a lot of bad teams in the West right now, and so I saw Portland Trailblazers, the New Orleans Pelicans, and maybe it was the Utah Jazz. So my what I want is I want to stretch for it. It wasn't Abdia. I do like Abdia. I loved Abdia, and I wish I would like to see a guy like this. I don't know how he would fit on the Pistons, but we need a guy that wants to play basketball, and Abdia kind of fits that bill. He's only been in the league like 3 or 4 years, and he's already been on like 2 teams already. But I think he would be a fit for the Pistons. But I think the perfect fit though would be my man John Collins. I like John Collins, man. He always finds himself on my fantasy basketball team. But this is another stretch four who can number 20. Another stretch four that can rebound, play defense. He can shoot the three. He's athletic. He can move around, and he's another guy that's been bouncing around. I think he started with the Hawks. Now he's on the Jazz. Jazz aren't going anywhere this year. So if the Pistons got John Collins, that would be my favorite move in a long time that they have made. And like I said, the Jazz aren't really going anywhere, but neither are the Blazers. Neither are the Pelicans. So I'd be interested. That would be my dream wish list scenario is the Pistons go out and get John Collins to go along with Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren.
All right. Well, we got the trade deadline.
Detroit